Hello again, welcome to another look at the weekend's weather, next week's weather, courtesy of Netweather.tv. Well, I could have left last week's recording going, I think, and even maybe the week before, and the week before, and the week before that. Because absolutely nothing is changing. We remain unsettled, we remain often quite wet, and we stay pretty cool as well. And indeed, it looks as if it could stay that way in the run-up to the Olympics, but more about that next week. Have a look at the surface level pressure, and it's an all too familiar picture. Yes, low pressure across the United Kingdom, although the area of low pressure does slowly slip away eastwards later on in the weekend to allow a ridge, yes, a ridge, to move in from the west. But it's a very weak ridge, it's a very transient ridge, and of course you've guessed it, it won't be long before low pressure comes along, replaces that ridge and brings back the unsettled, often wet and windy weather. Certainly that'll happen by the middle of the week. If we have a look at the temperature of the atmosphere, unfortunately no great heat wave. The heat wave's way down into the Mediterranean and northern parts of Africa. We have a cool northerly flow, and we've got green air across us, so pretty cool for the time of year, that green air slipping slowly southwards in the next few days. It does move out of the way to allow somewhat warmer weather to get into southern parts early next week. That's the sort of pale orange colour. But even that doesn't last, because again it turns cooler again later on in the week. The rather warm orange air pushed away by the somewhat cooler lemony colour. But at least, as I say, it won't be particularly cold, although it's not going to be very warm either. No heat wave, no sign of anything even resembling summer in the week ahead. So as far as the day-to-day forecast is concerned, we start on Friday, and it's going to be a pretty wet start to the day over many central and southern parts of England, as well as Wales. A few spots here and there across Scotland, Northern Ireland and northernmost parts of England. Now during the day, that more general area of rain will turn perhaps a little bit more showery, and some of those showers could well turn out to be heavy, again with some thunder. There will be a few showers developing across Scotland, Northern Ireland and northern parts of England, but there'll be some bright intervals in between. And indeed, those outbreaks of showery rain will probably continue to affect Wales, central and southern parts of England, right the way through the evening, and indeed right the way through the night into Saturday morning as well. And it is going to be a rather cool day everywhere on Friday. Moving on to Saturday, still that area of showery rain around, so showers, some of them heavy, across England and Wales. Lighter and rather more scattered showers for Scotland and Northern Ireland. And there will of course be a few sunny intervals. These probably best in the north, and it is going to be another rather cool day. Now on Sunday, those early showery bursts should clear away eastwards, and then, believe it or not, that's the day when we have the weak ridge of high pressure. So it does mean to say that on Sunday, at long last for a change, it should be a mostly dry day, at least over England and Wales, where there'll be some sunny intervals, and as a result it'll turn out to be warmer than late. Still some scattered showers though, I think, affecting Scotland and Northern Ireland, where it will stay rather cool. Then on Monday, a fine start, I think, in many places, but it's back to square one again, as further wet and windy weather will sweep into Ireland during the course of the night, and then spread on in the day to Scotland, Northern England and North Wales. It should stay mostly dry across the Midlands, East Anglia, Southern England and South Wales, with some sunny spells, although it will tend to cloud over and it will tend to become breezy as well. But even so, in the south it'll be warmer than of late, but rather cool again in the north. Tuesday it looks as if wet and windy weather is going to be back across just about all parts of the country. Rain heaviest and most persistent in the north and west, where it will be quite a cool day. From Wednesday onwards, it looks as if it's going to be unsettled, especially in the north and west. So there'll be some brighter and drier interludes, particularly in the southeast, but even here it's not going to stay completely dry. There will be some outbreaks of rain, and it does look as if it'll be quite breezy in most places as well. And indeed, for next weekend, no great change really. It looks as if it's going to stay unsettled, with further outbreaks of rain, especially in the north and west. If there is any fine, warm, dry weather, it'll be sort of transient in the southeastern corner. And indeed, there's a bit of a hint already that the unsettled weather may continue even into the run-up and the beginning of the Olympics. But I can firm up on that a little bit more when I join you again this time next week. But for now, have a lovely weekend.